He's dropped off the edge of the planet. No, really. He's not answering your texts. His social media's gone silent. And you've even stopped by his apartment and knocked, but no one is answering. Something terrible has happened. You just know it. Should you try and find his parents? Someone needs to search for him. But when you talk to your girlfriends, they just shake their heads. You can tell there's something they're not telling you. What do you know that I don't? You demand. Do you know where he is? Honey, your bravest friend speaks up. I hate to break the news to you, but you've just been ghosted. Ghosted? Like, what does that even mean? Well, stay tuned. So ghosted wasn't officially a word until 2015, when it made it into the Collins Dictionary with this definition: ending a relationship by ignoring all communication from the other person. And it's common. More than 1 in 10 of us have done it at some point. It's supposed to be a more polite, humane way to end a relationship. You don't even have to tell the other person it's over. No breakup tears, no messy drama. The other person is just supposed to get the message. And for some, I suppose being ghosted is better than being strung along, also known as breadcrumbing. I guess it is worse when a man drip feeds you encouragement and then keeps flaking every time you want to arrange to meet up. But surely people could just be honest. I remember the outrage when Joe Jonas broke up with Taylor Swift over a 25-second phone call. And Britney Spears told Kevin Federline she was divorcing him by text. But those were the good old days when we actually presumed that everyone had the right to be dumped face to face. Now phones aren't even necessary. Just go incommunicado. Silence speaks louder than words. But as anyone who's ever been ghosted knows well, the problem with ghosting is the lack of closure. At least a phone call or a text is clear. You know it's over. And it's not one-sided either. You can actually say something back. Ghosting is rude. It's mean. And it can actually scar you emotionally. Dr. Janice Vilhauer explains that ghosting is the ultimate use of the silent treatment, a tactic that has often been viewed by mental health professionals as a form of emotional cruelty. So what do ghosts have to say for themselves? Well, they didn't know what else to do. They couldn't handle being the bad guy, the one who ended things. They weren't mature enough to be honest. It was the easy way out. And besides, that's how everyone does it nowadays. Well, that part is true. Ghosting is the new breakup. And the Australian claims it's a generational thing, calling it the millennial way of breaking up. So what can you do when it happens to you? You get the message and you move on. No matter what your circumstances, there are 2 things that ghosting is telling you. Number 1, he's telling you it's over in the most covert, immature way possible. And number 2, he's not thinking about you or your feelings. And call me crazy, but that's great news. And here's why. Because a man who ghosts you has crossed a boundary. You don't allow men in your life who treat you like that. The only kind of relationship you're interested in is a healthy, open, honest one. And he's just proven he's not capable of that. So wash that man right out of your hair and go on with life. And if you find yourself thinking just once that it may have been something you did, stop it. This wasn't about you. If he really was the kind of man you had a future with, he'd have talked to you about his doubts and concerns. He wouldn't have chosen the least respectful way possible to break up with you. A full 87% of adults believe it's inappropriate to break up with someone via electronic communication, like text or direct message. So we know it's wrong to end things any other way but face to face. So don't mourn that promising relationship that you thought you had. Instead, be grateful he showed you that he didn't have the emotional maturity to work through conflict or face difficult feelings. Hold your head high. When you jump back into that dating pool, you're going to make a splash. So there you have it. The reason men vanish into thin air is because they want to end it, but they're not mature enough to tell you face to face. But don't go crying over him. He's not thinking about you, so he definitely was not a keeper. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments if you have ever been ghosted. Has a man ever disappeared on you, and how did you respond? If you like this video, I'd love it if you would give it a thumbs up. And you can also click on the box in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen to subscribe to our channel for more great videos on how you can live your most brilliant life. And when you've got a moment, come on over to yourbrilliance.com, where you can find lots more information on relationships, as well as beauty, health, career, and so much more. We'd love to see you there. See you again soon.